Awesome, Rob. Really
Hi.
excited to be chatting with you here today about book club. Um, Tell us why you started a book club for the collective.
Yeah, that's a really good question. I never thought I'd ever start a book club, if I'm honest. But I'm fairly new to CX. The last couple of years before that, I've had finance roles, and it was a bit of a change in career for me. Um, and I started to read CX books for fun and trying to learn a bit more that I could apply at work. And I remember reaching out to you actually, Sarah, and saying, "Hey, is there anyone in a similar position who's reading these books?" And it'd be a really good way to retain the knowledge that I'm reading if I could maybe talk it through with some of the other members. And I remember you said, actually, no, there isn't anything quite like that. Why don't you start a group or a book club? And I thought, yeah, that sounds like a great idea. So that was really the kickstart for it.
Brilliant. And I understand you've already started sort of running at least one of them. How do you go about running those?
Yeah, sure. So I guess we're kind of finding our feet as we go. So it's very collaborative, and we're kind of co-designed as a group of attendees of how we want to run this. So the first one was around The Art of Gathering, which is a great book by Priya Parker. And we ran it in a very casual, conversational kind of way where we looked at what are the three key takeaways that we'll apply to either our work and our practice or to our general life. And that was a really nice way to do it, I think, because everyone could take at least three things from the book.
Awesome. And sort of what can people expect when they join the club? Like, what is the expectation? What's their commitment?
So there's no formal or fixed commitment to the club. It's open to anyone who's in the CX collective to dip in and out of. We've decided for now that we'll run roughly three a year. So it's not a huge commitment. But if you join the page on the CX collective, you see the activity that's going on. We have a reading list, which everyone who's part of the collective can add books to, and do a bit of a sales pitch around why they think it'd be a great book to read as a group. And then after or before each book club, probably a couple of months before the meetup, we'll get together and vote online which book we'd like to read. Um, and we take it from there. So it really is quite a democratic approach at the moment. Yeah.
Nice. And do people have to sort of join the book club like for a year, or do they just come along to one session? How does that work?
They can dip in and out. So the best way to do it is to join the page on the CX Collective, and you'll see when the dates are and what's coming up. And there's no commitment to come to all of them or even any of them, just to have a look first of all. And then if there's a book that you think is really interesting or could be good for you, then we'd love to see you.
Yeah, perfect. And so what's one thing that you've loved so far about running the book club?
For me, it's about a couple of things: meeting like-minded people who are trying to improve their practice, but also being exposed to some literature that maybe I wouldn't have read actually. So some books that I hadn't heard of or hadn't maybe prioritized. So that's been a really good one that has opened my mind to things that maybe I wouldn't have looked at before. Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds awesome. I definitely remember being part of that last conversation and sort of thinking it's really brilliant how, when you read something, you have your own understanding of things, but then when you talk to others who've read the same thing, they can sort of expand, I guess, on the knowledge that you've learned or on your perspective around the topic. So that was
Yeah.
really awesome being a participant last time around.
Cool.
Is 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 there something that you look forward to in future book clubs?
I think yeah, I guess I'm hoping that we can get more people to come in and more perspectives and a bigger reading list. But just continuing that conversation, and looking at all the different ways that we can apply these new ways of thinking to our practice, and hearing about how other people plan to use that knowledge as well, because that really helps us all grow and develop.
Awesome. Sounds like a great initiative to be part of. And I think anybody who is part of the CX Collective should definitely check out the group on our community forum and hop on and join.
Love to see you there.